hey, we get to cut out soon.
No, because Dylan starts at the.
Start at the thing.
Yeah.
I could have made it 5 minutes early, but I
No, I think it's.
Well, it's
fine.
only 2 minutes off anyway. So.
Well, and then you screw up the whole world.
Yeah.
Like,
I know,
always
right?
Clocks go back 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's like Y2K, dude.
Dastardly
I
Dave
can
said,
make you a
"Hey,
set.
Mr. Matt."
Say, huh?
Dastardly Dave said, "Hey, Mr. Matt."
Hey, Dastardly Dave is in the house.
yes,
Cool.
I could do that.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Is that Dave?
Does he need a like a pick guard like right now? We've got.
I mean, we'll work it out.
Hey, Mike, we've got one attached to a guitar. We can make it.
Yeah.
Strat pickups for a PB.
Oh well,
Crazy weeks.
funny you should mention it.
I'll sell you a set of pickups with a guitar, free guitar, if you want.
Yeah, we can send you. We can send you out of here with one of those bad dudes today.
Yeah,
Here's what we're gonna do. So,
it could be
I
yours.
thought we were just doing what you got here, just getting another thing on
Is it?
Oh, we're 4:59 in
the
it.
calendar
Oh,
for next.
Almost.
How many seconds?
well, and
do we
everybody's
have?
it's like trying to hurt.
Are you sure you're
No,
singing?
no, stand up.
Yeah.
28 seconds.
28. Okay.
She has a little countdown clock.
I just want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Nope, stay on target. Stay on target.
I saw that movie. That guy blew up though.
It was good.
Yeah. He didn't use that force.
That's true. He didn't have
I
the
can't
force.
wait to get home and like take a shower and I can like use up 50 gallons of hot water.
Yeah, the 80-minute hot shower.
Yeah.
Because the water never gets cool.
Well, these little army showers in the van are like,
Live.
Oh shit.
oh, and we're live.
Are we?
No, it's there.
Oh, now
we are.
up and we're live.
Right on the set.
Yeah. Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for tuning in to our Friday reveal. It's a super cool reveal. We've got a shop full of folks. They're being very well behaved, but the more they drink, the less behaved they get. I know how that stuff works. So yeah. So to my right, your left is Dylan McCurchie from Dylan Talks Tone and Dylan Pickups, and Chris Fesker, the beloved Burstmaster General. That's your new
Burstmaster General.
I just gave you that nickname.
Ooh.
What say ye?
Sure. Feels a little like
Joy.
feels a little like
Harry.
stolen valor.
It's a lot like it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call myself the Bassmaster General if that's.
Although,
yeah.
I guess in this context, it doesn't have much to do with military service.
It has nothing to do with
Well,
it.
no, but I mean, Master General. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just-
I'm gonna go with it. I
Just-
love it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the
Just-
best nickname I've ever
just
had.
take the
It's a
compliment.
t-shirt for sure.
It's way
Yeah.
better than anything we've ever called Brian
Yeah,
Duncan.
super chat.
Okay. Yeah.
Matt got super chat.
Super chat
Slacker Deluxe.
from Slacker D from Doug, who says,
He says for $10.
10
over
cents.
And says tip for everyone: when TTG and DTT have their shows at the same time, open them both, mute one, let it play silently to the end to help the algorithm for both channels.
okay,
That's actually a good
So
idea.
$10
Yeah.
Slacker Deluxe ditto.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Thank you, Doug Seidlitz, for the super chat.
Thank you
It's
for-
always cool to.
both. Yeah.
So we've got a bunch of cool guitars to show you guys. But before we do, what should we talk? Should we break the ice with anything, or should we
You
just?
want to talk about the one that we did?
No, let's talk about that one at the
At
end.
the
How
end.
about
Okay,
that?
We want
good
people to
idea.
buy that one.
And Mike has to get on the road so he doesn't get stuck in
Okay,
traffic
yeah.
for
Well,
2 hours.
let's get this show on the road. Everybody
right.
knows how it works. I'm gonna peel off.
Okay.
And let's get Mike's Strat.
So for the last 5 days, these guys have been here diligently laboring and mostly sanding on Strats that they have. These were based originally off of a 1957 actual 1957 Strat, and so they're all based off of that. And this is Mike, also known as MKE Miller. And Mike, how in the world are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
What?
Where are you from?
Yeah,
first
where-
of all?
I'm from Littleton, so here in Colorado.
Cool.
And what'd you build?
So I built a Burstmaster General Special, 57,
Already sticking,
kind of
dude.
like a vintage 50s burst with, instead of tobacco brown, we use black and an amber burst in the middle. Dylan showed me how to make pickups for the first time. Well, pretty cool. I'm very happy with it.
So what did you think of? So the first day we all caravanned out to Steve's place in Elizabeth, Colorado. By the way, Steve from Maximum Guitar Works is here. We might get him on too. What did you think of Steve's facility? It's pretty impressive.
It's
Hey?
incredibly impressive. Yeah, it's The floor is so clean you could eat off it. Can't say the same about this place.
Oh, shots fired.
Dang! Yeah, you could do
I'm
it.
pretty sure we ate some cheesecake off of it this week. So.
Yep. Well, cool. And so, what was your favorite part of the week? What was your favorite thing that you did, guitar related?
Honestly, I think my favorite thing was winding pickups because I've never done that before.
Cool.
I've played guitar since I've been like 8 years old, and I never even had any idea how that was done. So
That's cool,
the whole
man.
thing was an amazing process. But I think if I had to pick something, that was my favorite.
Far out.
Any big surprises? Like you're like, holy crap! I had no idea this was so
Yeah. The
hard. Or
Not really. I mean,
well, now wait a minute, because you were just telling me before that your buddy Scott, he played his from the last month, and you're like, I think I want to do that. And he said, "Are you sure? All we did is sand all week."
yeah, we did definitely a lot of sanding. We did more sanding than probably anything else.
Yep.
It was worth it. This is what you get at the
It
end.
makes it worth it. Tell you what, let's get it up here on the old. This man, this thing is light. This
Yeah.
is nice.
7 pounds, 10 ounces.
So this is a two-piece alder body with a vertically oriented maple neck, rosewood fretboard. It's got all Callahan hardware. So everything that is metal on here was built by Callahan, with the exception of the tuners. Those are Godo. They don't have a screw machine to make tuners. But so it's got all handmade hardware. They've got and then the pick guard and the all the pickups and stuff. Mike wound all the pickups and he put together that himself. Everybody did, and that it's a super cool thing to see this stuff kind of plop together on the last day.
Yep. It wasn't just bolting parts together, was it?
No.
Mm. Yep. Blind fret slots on the fretboards.
I like it.
Properly
Yeah.
good stuff.
Say that the fretwork itself was, I guess, if I had to think something that was hard and tedious, would be the fretwork.
Definitely tedious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Notice that's the one they gave me to like. Okay, everybody, now go watch Matt do fretwork. Because they like to give me the tedious jobs, huh?
Right.
That's not Chris. Chris is giving me the he's not looking at me and giving me the stink eye, but I think he's giving me the stink think. Because because Chris knows all too well that the finishing process is very complicated. So yeah. So getting that done right is always tricky, but yeah. Anyway. So Mike, who is anybody you want to say hey to back home in faraway distant Littleton?
Littleton? Not really.
Okay. All right. Well, to whomever, let us have Mike.
That's the saddest answer ever. Just make up some names.
Thank you to my fiance Jessica for
There you
There you
There
go.
you go.
See now, Jessica, I'm
Pick
pretty
the
sure
right
you're
one.
not watching,
Pick one.
but thanks for letting us have Mike all week. It was great to have him here. He's a mellow guy and a focused guy, and it's
Mhm.
good to have a lot of mellow, focused people around the shop. It makes me
Louder.
considerably. Oh yes, I'm definitely
Relatively louder.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, Mike, and you're gonna come back here in a little bit, and we're gonna hang out some more for some other stuff. So yeah, this isn't the last time you're gonna see Mike. Hey, Mike, what do you do when you're not building guitars? Tell us the cool thing.
Oh, the cool thing.
Yeah.
I drive drag racing cars in the NHRA.
Dang!
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Now, have you met JJ the Boss?
I have not.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. We were talking about I watched that stupid
Yeah.
race car show on Discovery Channel, and Mike's like, yeah, that's not really what we do. But he was trying to explain to me how all the race stuff works, and more to importantly how you get, what did you say, about 2 or 3 gallons to the mile?
About.
Yeah, with that race fuel. Yeah.
Sheesh.
So so it was fascinating to me to hear Mike talk about drag race stuff, and I have no idea, and I drive slow in the driveway. So yeah. Anyway, well, Mike, thanks for hanging out with us, man. I know you got to get down the road.
Yeah, man.
It's been a
But,
pleasure.
thank you, Mike.
Thank you,
We'll
guys.
see you soon, my friend.
You guys take care.
So that's one of the
Super
cool
chat.
things about what's that?
Super chat from Brian Duncan.
Hey, Brian
He
Duncan.
just said Fret Master Matt.
Fret Master,
man.
man. It's actually but I spell it with an A.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So thank you very much, Brian Duncan.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm not saying Brian Duncan's nickname. Hey, Corey, how the heck are you, man?
Pretty well.
So, people are only going to be able to hear me, so I think I should be on that end. I should be in the other end of the shop yelling at
Staggered like
Yeah,
this.
maybe. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Corey, this is your third or fourth or eighth time here making guitars with us. What did you make, Senor?
There's the Strat with the ash body, roasted maple neck. That's
Okay.
where I went. The V to modern C, and the TV yellow colors to match my Challenger Junior.
Mm-hmm. And you have two of those, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what you've come out here and you've done a bunch of different stuff with us. What was it about the Strat workshop that kind of sparked your interest?
I was never a Strat person, and so I figured I need to own one. And if I'm going to own one, I may as well build it and kind of help ensure that this is one Strat for me.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. So you chose the 73 finish, which I still think is my favorite level of sheen on any guitar. I'm wrong
Yeah.
because most people wanted the gloss, but Corey and I are old school and we like the that level, the 73 level of sheen. So.
I mean, the others, their polished look is beautiful, but after decades of playing and
Mhm.
rubbing the fingerprints off, I'm like, I'm over that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't want to clean it every
So
time.
you got roasted maple fretboard and neck.
Yep.
And you're the only one who went with the ash body this time. I think everybody else had an alder body.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's really a pretty one.
Yeah. There's something about the that swamp ash that we get from Steve at Maximum Guitar Works it's positively stunning. By the way, Steve, I need to get some swamp ash from you. I should have called you before you came out, but yeah,
That would have been.
that would have been good.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool guitar.
So Corey, what was one of your favorite experiences this week besides hanging out with me?
It was cool to experience the new technology like at Steve's place and
Mhm.
all that can transpire and transform a product.
You know, you're one of the only guys that came by our house too and had drinks with us and had my dog jump all over you. Yeah,
That was a highlight.
that was yeah. Getting to meet Mimi.
It was a little snappy, like
Yeah, whoa.
upsetting at first, but then she grew to love
She comes
it.
out and barks at everybody, and then once she sniffs your butt and makes sure you're okay, then you're okay.
Then I did realize my revelation was the addressing the fret ends is not in my wheelhouse. It's,
Okay.
much more challenging than I figured. Yeah.
It's simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah, it takes a finesse
Yeah.
that I don't have the patience for.
Okay,
So,
okay. So if you did it again, would you go, hey man, just do my fret ends for me? Because you know
Yeah.
that's what Mike Beckloff does when he comes out.
Show me that again.
Actually, he doesn't say it to me. He says it to his son Chris. He's like, hey, show me how Matt did that on yours again, but do it on mine this time.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Appreciate your time, everybody's time.
So who do we want to say hey to, Corey, back in TV
I'm
land?
glad Mike went first because I would have said the same thing. But
Dude!
I'm not going to screw it up this time. And I'll say Kim, if she watches this.
We know that, yeah, we know that they don't watch. So,
Yeah.
But thanks for letting us have Corey all week, and basically you got to take a vacation by coming here and working. For
What
a
was his
week.
favorite part?
He said that hanging out with me and having Mimi jump all over him was,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
What was your favorite guitar part?
Yeah.
Probably spraying.
Yeah?
I'm glad
Okay,
I
good.
sprayed it and worked out. And I was like, initially I was going to approach it with doing the burst. And if I had done that, it would have been you doing it. So I'm glad I went with the
Yeah,
TV.
here's that $50 I owe you.
It's the TV yellow.
You should have gotten it. Yeah, I can't put. I don't know where I got a $50 bill.
Where'd you get $50?
I think somebody gave me that and accidentally thinking it was a $5.
That's not even real $50.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm glad you dig it.
Thank you.
Outstanding. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Let's
Corey.
get Jason over here. I'm going in a reverse order of distance.
Do you have a
Oh, okay.
second- Do you have a second to just explain what the $9,000?
Yeah. So someone wants to know what.
The significance of 9,000.
Yeah. Why do you call this the $9,000 Strat workshop when it obviously doesn't cost anywhere near $9,000? So when we came up with the idea for this, Chris and I realized that we know two manufacturers that produce necks and bodies as well as pickups for boutique builders that you have heard of.
Mhm.
And one of the neat things that we thought was, well, hey, why don't we see if we can get necks and bodies and pickups the same as they send to builders that you have heard of, and have people come out and do this cool workshop. And I wasn't 100% sure if it would go, but it's been so popular and it's been so fun that so what you get to do is you get to go out to Steve's facility in Elizabeth, Colorado, which is about an hour and a half that way, and hang out at Steve's for the first day and see his machine that is essentially the same thing that they have at Fender, right, Steve?
Yeah, many factories.
Oh, okay. And we'll get Steve up here if he's got a moment. To we're almost done with we have more time to have Steve come up, but you get to hang out at Steve's and watch how he does necks and bodies for other manufacturers and boutique builders, including Texas Toast Guitars. And then we call Dylan, who we know winds pickups for other companies and boutique builders in addition to us, and we're like, hey, let's do this Strat thing. So you get to come out, you get to go to Steve's place, then you get to come back to our workshop, and you get to wind your own pickups with Dylan. You get to do all the fret work, you get to do all the paint work, you get to do all the assembly work. And when you end, the other neat thing is we wanted to use the best quality hardware we could get. Since everything else is tier 1, we thought, let's get everybody else so everybody gets exactly the same super excellent hardware. And so we went with Callahan hardware. It's not just the most expensive, it's the best.
Mhm.
So yeah. What?
So the reason it's the $9,000 Strat class is because some of these Strats
Yes.
They cost
and
that
Tellys.
So some
Yeah.
of the boutique builders who you know of charge as much as $9,000 for the same, not just the same kind of guitar, the same parts and the same bits and
Mhm.
stuff. So it's really cool to go, well, this isn't kind of like the guitar that you get from brand X. This is the one.
Yeah.
So it comes from Steve at Maximum Guitar Works and it comes from Dylan at Dylan Pickups. But the neat thing is you get to do a lot of the work yourself.
Mhm.
So it becomes a part of you, and it's considerably less than $9,000.
And that's where the savings is.
That's where the real savings is.
And it's set up in such a way, this class is set up in such a way that it's set up for success. We've got 3 more guitars to show you, and
Yep.
they're top shelf stuff. Man.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
top shelf stuff.
It's absolutely tier 1 stuff.
And so we have Jason.
Hi,
with the next
Jason.
one.
How doing, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm a citizen of Texas.
Nice.
All right. So he's from Texas. And what did you build?
I built a 57 Stratocaster in faded Fiesta red.
That is such a cool color. We decided to make one too.
Yep. Like it a lot.
So what? Now you went with a rosewood board. I guess Mike went with a rosewood board too.
Mhm.
Vertically oriented maple neck and alder body.
Yes.
Okay.
older.
Okay. How
And
light is it? Is it lightweight?
It was 7 pounds, 11 ounces.
11 ounces.
Okay.
It's a
cool.
light guitar.
It is light.
Now, one of the reasons it weighs as much as it does is because of that giant high mass Callahan bridge that thing has.
Yeah, that bridge is
Somewhere.
heavy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shiny finish on this one?
Yes, I went with a gloss.
Yeah.
I like shiny things.
It looks terrific.
Chris
Yeah,
buffed it up for you. No, it looks great.
did a great job.
It looks great. So what was your favorite part of the week?
My favorite part was the actual final assembly where you see the journey all come to an end and it just comes to life. But I enjoyed every aspect, though. I enjoyed going and watching the wood getting cut.
By the way, Jason can wail when he was playing. He was
Oh, I heard him.
he can throw down.
I heard him.
Thank you. I enjoyed winding the pickups. The fret work was fun. It was tedious, but it was rewarding. I enjoyed the whole process, and I'd love to come back if I can talk my wife into it.
Dude, she paid for you to come out the first time. I'm
did,
pretty
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just change the email.
Oh, well, okay. All right. Yeah.
That's true.
So Jason, what was I going to ask you? So who do you want to say hey to back home?
My wife, Twee, aka Asian Doll.
That's
It's an inside joke. My son Jesse and my 3-year-old daughter Vera.
Awesome.
Thanks for letting us have Jason for the whole week. He's a super
Yes,
cool
thank
guy,
you.
and it's always fun when you get to meet people. And I wasn't 100% sure you were coming. I'm like, I haven't heard from this dude, and then but you paid, and then at the like Saturday before the Monday of the course, you're like, hey, I haven't gotten any emails or anything. I'm like, yeah, you have too, and so yeah, we got it all.
We all worked out.
Yeah, Matt tells me some dude thinks he's coming to class. I don't know who he is. Well, who's the missing? Well, it might be this Asian doll person.
Yeah, my wife used an old email address that is asiandoll@blah.com, and when I found out like a day before I was coming down.
And it's not unheard of for spouses to get this as a gift,
But I was freaking out because I knew I was going
Or-
to catch hell.
or dads to get this as gifts to sons. Yeah. So it's always cool when that happens, and it's a neat thing. I'm glad you had a good experience.
No, I did. I had a good time, and I appreciate all the hard work and the patience.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Well,
lots
your
of
guitar
fun.
turned out terrific. so.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, that's very
Excellent,
cool.
man.
I guess we'll get Zoltan over here now.
So Zoltan is from the furthest. He came the farthest.
Yep.
Did we figure it out officially?
Oh no, but this time.
It's a tie.
Oh yeah, I wonder.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
For
okay.
this week, I think that Zoltan came absolutely the furthest of anybody. So.
Yeah.
All right, Senor.
So where are you from, Zoltan?
So I came from Belgium.
How do you? Okay, I'll ask you that later. I want to ask you how you say your last name, but we won't do it here. Okay. You came from Belgium.
Yeah, I came from Belgium to build specifically this Strat. I knew what I wanted, and this is exactly that. So
So
Yay.
cool. Why did you want exactly this? You have a story.
yes.
Mhm.
So when I was 17, I basically saved up 2 years worth of pocket money to buy my first real guitar, and it was a standard US Strat with the maple neck and the shiny 3-tone sunburst. And I foolishly sold that guitar several years ago, and I thought to myself, well, I need to rebuild it, and so here it is.
Very cool. Very cool.
So what? So you've got maple neck, maple fretboard, alder body.
Yep.
And now you said you wanted to get a 3-ply pickguard one day, or are you down with the 1-ply?
No, I'll probably put a 3-ply pickguard there at some point.
And did you float your bridge per your?
Not yet, but I'm going to do that next.
Okay.
So
All right.
Cool.
What do you think of the Callahan hardware?
it's neat. So I didn't strip any single screw in there,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen with the Chinese junk you get off Amazon.
Not always. No.
Well, yes.
So no, it's neat, and it's really heavy and chunky and stable. So really love it.
What do you think about Steve's facility there at Maximum Guitar Works?
Awesome, amazing. Like, yeah.
Did you eat anything off the floor there?
Oh no, but I didn't, but I did eat some cheesecake off the floor here.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, very cool, man. What was your favorite part of the whole week?
Honestly, so I like tedious stuff and repetitive tasks. So all the sanding, all the soldering, all that stuff is cool. But what I never did before was cutting the fret wire and slotting the frets in. I love that. That was awesome. That was amazing.
So you guys, I think this is the best workshop so far, besides the Beckloffs when they were here. Guys would when you press the frets in, doing the fret pressing correctly saves so much time on day 5.
Oh my god!
When it's time to level and dress the frets. All the frets that we did in this, like, what do we have? 15 minutes of fret work, like to level and dress and recrown and blah blah blah, and then polish and buff and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this morning was just a snap because everybody took such good care doing it.
Yeah.
It's the most important part of the guitar, and I think they really. Some of them might never want to do it again, but they at least understand the work that goes into it, and I think it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Do you have anybody you want to say hi to?
Well, obviously, my wife, my daughters who are back in Belgium. I thank you for letting me, spend all that money.
Yes, thanks for letting us have Zoltan all week.
Yeah.
And special hi to Sandro Starita, who's the lead guitarist from a Belgian prog band called Mind Games, who I'm seeing for lunch on Wednesday next week. He's not a Strat dude, but I think this will make you change your mind.
I think so. Yeah.
Right
Well,
on.
you know, this isn't just a Strat. This is a handmade, excellently crafted musical instrument. So
And I want to say one of the things that's really neat about all of this, the guitars are cool, everything's cool, but Zoltan's been a customer of mine and a follower of our channel and a Patreon member and all the stuff for years, 3 or 4 or 5 years. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
something like that.
yeah, it's been a while. And so to come halfway around the world and then be able to actually hang out with you for a week, that's what this is about. That's really, really cool, man. And so that's
Absolutely.
one of my highlights of the week for sure.
it definitely is humbling to me to have people come from all over the world. When we first started this, we thought, well, it'll be a bunch of people who are in Colorado come out and do it. And it's rare that we had 2 guys from Colorado like we did this week.
Yeah.
So I think though we had 2 last week as well. Then yeah, we did. We had Eric and Brian, but yeah.
Super
But it's,
cool, man.
It's so to have an intercontinental participant is super fun.
And the intercontinental participant had great fun too. So thank you.
Good.
Far out.
Very,
Thank
very
you, my
good.
friend. It was great to hang out with you.
Absolutely.
Chris, you want to come over and bring your
Do
guitar?
you want to talk about, or do you want Steve to come up?
Sure, let's have
I
Steve
have
come
a
up and bring the
super
guitar.
chat, too.
Super chat.
There you go.
Timothy
Yeah.
Potter
Yeah,
Okay.
bring that.
said
one
a
when we-
toast and a Dylan wind to all you builder guys. I'm going to come do that one day.
That was
Awesome,
Timothy.
man.
We hope that you do.
And one other thing we forgot to say, people are asking what was on the headstocks.
Oh yeah. So everybody got to pick their own headstock logo and put whatever they wanted. So so for example, Jason has his initials and his last name in a cool scripty font. That looked pretty cool. Zoltan had a Z. And for I don't know what for. But he
Yeah.
Corey made a custom logo that he brought himself, and he put that on there. Mike he didn't want anything.
He didn't want anything.
Yeah, so he had a naked one, and we have 2 people that are not going to be able to be on camera today. One participant didn't make it. He had a medical thing that came up. So I want to reassure that person that don't worry, we have the neck that you requested that we have made. Steve has made it. It's here. We have the body that you requested. It's here. We have all the hardware for you. Dylan and I are going to just slide you into the next workshop whenever that is, provided you can make it. And so you can wind pickups and do paint work and do everything. And it'll be a way for you to. We don't want anyone to miss out. And he's already paid up, so we're just going to scoot your slot to the next one that you can make.
Yep.
We also have a guy who had to leave early, and so you didn't get to see David's guitar. I can't remember what he did, but I think he's going back to Texas for some.
Didn't really make much of an impression.
No. He was on the live stream last night, though. If you want to watch either of our live streams last night, he popped in and said hello.
Yeah, so it was really cool to have basically a basketball superstar.
Yeah.
What I mean, like
Olympic legend.
Olympic.
Yeah.
Isn't he like a two-time world champion?
Yeah. Hall of Famer. Yeah. David Robinson.
So and I'm not like the world's biggest basketball fan. So when he sent the thing, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I didn't think anything of it. I like just like Mike Miller or Jason or anybody. And I met him. He was sitting down and he stood up and shook my hand, and I'm like,
yeah. When I was talking to you guys a couple of weeks before the class, like, I heard there's a lefty. Okay, I need to get some lefty stuff. Well, it turned out to be David Robinson.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, he built a Mary Kay kind of style of guitar.
You know what he told me?
Left-handed. What?
He said, I want mine to look just like Jim Jimmy.
That's exactly what he said.
He did say that.
He did say that. I want the Jim Jimmy package.
Yeah.
And he said, and then he put on his peg head, he put a 50, which was his NBA number, and he put the Admiral, which, if you're familiar with him, that's what his nickname is. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was just fun to have him around too.
And he and Zoltan spent an hour putting
they were
logos on every single thing, because I always make extra logos for everybody because they screw one up. Yeah, and everything they have is covered in.
Yeah,
in
it's, yeah, they've got logos in the back of the
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
On the back of the pick
Yep.
guard.
Yep.
Isn't it funny? Like Mike drives for like a car. You think his thing would be covered with stickers? He didn't have anything.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have one single sticker.
Yeah.
No.
STP maybe later.
Maybe later. But it was cool. I mean, such a nice man, and
Yeah,
it
he
was
was
cool to
really
hang
cool
out
guy.
with David. Very, very cool guy.
Yep.
So,
And then we built one more guitar.
but we have Steve up here
we have
too.
Steve. Let's talk about Steve.
Steve, let's talk about Steve.
Let's
How
talk
do
about
you
Steve.
feel about these workshops? I know you only take part in the first day, as far as everybody is concerned who's here. But you and I have been building Strats, and Chris and Dylan too. We've been building these Strats before these workshops started.
Right.
There's a lot of them that are out there that were sort of the prototypes for this workshop.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, we could have used your help this whole week.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I have my price.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
No, you know what's great about this is, you know, have an opportunity for people to come over because, you know, a lot of times we enjoy building, you know, out there and we love that. And, you know, but sometimes having people come in and getting that connection, you know, with others who are going to then be using those parts and enjoying those parts is kind of completes the, you know, the circle, so to speak. And, you know, it's like, I love coming out here to see the wrap up, you know, because the time that we invested in our shop and our folks kind of getting these parts all ready
Steve,
to go.
who's we?
we have several people, but
Well, are any of them here tonight?
maybe
Let's put them on the spot.
we have Hannah here tonight. Hannah is my most recent full-time employee, and she is awesome.
Way over there. She should come over here and say hey to everybody.
She should.
All right, that's it. So I've never met Hannah before, but I've seen all the good work that she does, and we got to experience
up in here.
all of that this week. So Hannah is working at Maximum Guitar Works, and it's cool to see, because I know Brad
Mhm.
and I know Steve
Right.
and I know the other Steve.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's cool to meet you. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah.
So what is your involvement in with the $9,000 Strat workshop?
Well, it's just the beginning boring part. You know,
Okay.
the milling out the necks and the bodies, sanding it down, and
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Steve has taught a lot of the crew, or maybe all the crew, how to do everything on that big
CNC. Yeah,
CNC
the whole
machine.
the whole concept is if we have one person in the shop that day, that machine needs to be running.
Did
you
sand these bodies for this class this time?
You did some,
I
and
think so.
I think you did a lot of necks too.
better than the last one.
I'm
just so you know.
not
And so, are you guys going to be doing anything new at Maximum Guitar Works, Steve? That you want to tell everybody about? Tell the tens of people watching what they have to look forward to.
Well, there's a lot of things that we're doing new, and you know, we're again, a big part of our business is the OEM business now. That started, you know, with you, however long, year and a half ago or whatever that was.
Yeah,
it started, but that's kind of growing. So we have a lot of clientele. Most of it we're under non-disclosure agreements with, but that's some pretty cool things. But the nice thing about that in our business is the more projects we take on from other people, the more that our knowledge grows.
Sure.
Because they say, okay, they want this a special way. And it's like, well, gosh, I've never done it that way. So we have to figure out how to do it. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, that's actually cool how they do that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe those things sneak into some of our, you know, designs of our Maximum Guitar Works guitars in the future. So it's a great way to really get involved and immerse yourself in just knowledge by surrounding yourself with industry people that just know a lot and have been around for a long time.
And I think that if you come out to this $9,000 Strat workshop, which is only $2,600, you get every single thing to build the. You don't just walk in. You walk in with the clothes on your back, and you walk out with everything you came with and a really cool guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the same body that you guys make for whoever you make it for, and the same, and actually the neck that we spec because we wanted this 57 style neck.
Actually, this
it's
Actually, yeah, the whole thing was based on Jim's guitar. Wasn't
yeah.
it?
I mean, the last time we talked about it more because Jim was here last time.
Yeah.
But the way we were able to reverse engineer his guitar, I mean, it changed my whole mindset of what
Okay.
a Strat is supposed to be,
Oh,
right?
cool. Yeah.
I mean, it is just the V to C neck,
Mhm.
that
Which I think is
sharp,
one of my
that
favorite
sharp
things.
knife edge, you know.
By the way, I want this B2C neck on the Challenger level 1 and 2s. I think that would be super cool.
And we'll be doing that. I'm
Okay,
sure.
good. All right.
But that's awesome. But I tell you, you probably mentioned it already, but I can't stop probably talking about this. Is the cool thing about this class is the community aspect of it, right?
Well, yeah. So that's what I was driving at too, Steve. Because you get to go to your shop and you get to come to our shop. You get to hang out with Dylan, and,
Right.
and you walk out with this neat thing. So
Yeah. And what you're looking at is different organizations coming together with different people from obviously all around the world, as we just saw, that are developing this community without that competition thing where people are trying to be real protective of their little niche, their little piece of the pie, when there's plenty of pie and we can all work together and we can have people, we can show them our secrets of what we do and how we do stuff. And everybody wins because it's about the community.
You know, Ed Elliott came by this week and he was saying the same thing. And I'm like, Ed, they can copy me, but they can't copy me. So yeah. Yeah, but so it's cool to have people come by. Mike Learn comes by the shop often, and it's a really neat thing. And we have people in the shop right now who are returning participants who are in Denver, and they wanted to stop by and say hey and drink all of our beer. Which, since I'm not drinking this month, I'm like, yeah, you guys drink all that stuff.
Well, the beer guy came too, so that's okay.
Oh yeah, the beer guy came too. Oh, that's right. You get to hang out with Chris Hill from Odyssey Beer Works, the great American beer works. Yeah. So now what happens if you can't make it out?
Well, if you can't make it out, you stop by on Friday night and I tell you about a really cool guitar and you take it home with you. No, typically what we do at all of these workshops is Chris and Matt and I build a guitar together. And so Chris painted it. I did all the electrical work. And actually, a lot of the setup and we just pass it around. Whoever's
I ate
available.
a bunch of chips while you guys.
And so we built one too. So this is a 57 spec Strat with the V to C neck, and I actually wanted the pickups for this one. And these are pickups that are not available on the website. This is is only for this deal, and so it's got all the Callahan hardware. So this is. I've personally handled some of the guitars that we're talking about and without talking about them, and these are better.
Yeah, I love these.
Are better.
This has our PAF 73 finish and Dylan pickups, Callahan hardware. Of course, it's a Swamp Ash body and all maple neck. Thanks, courtesy of Steve at Maximum Guitar Works. So this guitar is available right now. You can buy this guitar. Link in the description below, and it's available right now. We'll ship it immediately, and it's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
So yeah. And it's in Fiesta Red.
Yes.
I forgot the
Fiesta Red, thin pick guard, like proper 57 stuff.
Yeah. Was Fiesta Red a color in 57?
I don't think so. Not until
It was.
It was?
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was until the 60s. So okay, awesome. We accidentally did something right.
No.
Yes. What's that? Super chat?
Super chat from Brad Guitar Miller.
Hey,
Said,
Brad.
Sorry he's late, but wanted to say congrats to all the new alumni.
Oh, that's right. Everybody who participated in the workshop this week. I want you guys to join if you're on Facebook, I want you to join the Facebook page, the Texas Toast alumni, or is it unofficial? Or
whatever it is,
we
you'll
don't
get invited to it.
We don't actually run it. There's guys who were here that set it up. So yeah. So I hope that if you're on Facebook, you join that, because that's
Brian
cool.
Duncan. Brian Duncan wants to know if Hannah is Steve's Sandin Brandon.
I don't
Probably a little bit more
know.
than that.
It's a lot more than that.
Whoa.
She's a lot more than Sand and Brandon.
Sand and Brandon's pretty important, Steve. So yeah, I'm just saying.
All right.
Not to throw shade at
people
Hannah,
will say
but
more
yeah.
in the future.
Okay, good.
Cool.
What we're talking about.
Cool.
Yeah, cool, man.
Well, I think that wraps it up for this reveal. I'm ready for Pizza Friday to start, And yeah, I'm ready to take off some time because we've been doing this for what? How many days, Chris? 12?
108.
108 days. No, that's how many days I haven't peed on my pants in the restroom. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a long couple of weeks. And if you are interested in signing up for this workshop, the next one is scheduled for September 2024.
Yep.
That is on the website too, TexasToastGuitars.com, and a link on, well, there's actually a link in the description below, but you can sign up for this workshop. There's 6 spots available. I know there's 6 spots available because we just put it up today. So for everybody who wants to get in on this, you've got a little less than a year to make plans and get signed up, and you can have a guitar just like this. Pick the color and map something, have something really cool.
I would say a lot less than a year before it's sold out, though, because these classes sell out pretty quick.
They sell out so fast that I have to add another one, but I can't remember when one ends and when.
Yeah. So, and this guitar is available. You should buy it. It's really cool.
You should.
I played it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Now I have to go back to Georgia.
Man.
Is that
All
a
right.
song?
Back to Georgia.
Yep.
Gotta go back to Georgia.
All right.
So thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. It was great to show off all the guitars. Great to hang out with everybody, meet everybody, and spend the week just making super cool guitars. We ate a lot of cheesecake too. So yeah.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
So we will see you. Chris didn't eat any cheesecake. We will see you Sunday for some kind of video. And until then, have a great weekend, everybody. This is Matt from Texas Toast, reminding you that life is short. You might as well have a cool guitar.
And if you don't know what you're doing, come out here and learn how.
That's right. You might as well build it yourself. Huh?
You might as well start with excellence.
You might as well start with excellence. Thank you. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Nice.
All right.